I haven't even started the interview and Huma's already bored and she's fallen asleep. देखो दोपहर के तपती गर्मी में यही प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सुपरस्टार अक्षय सर.
5 बजे सुबह के.
नहीं बिल्कुल हम लोग लग रहे. How are you sir? बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया once again. And Huma, I promise not to bore you in the interview completely.
वैसे आप लोगों को बताऊं कि ये झूठ बोल रहा है. दोपहर के नहीं, सुबह के 5 बजे हैं.
It's 5 o'clock.
और हमें बुला के फिर ये बोलते हैं कि आप
हमें बुला के सोचो कि हमारी ये मजाल कि हम अक्षय कुमार सर को सुबह अपने हिसाब से बुला लेंगे.
तो फिर झूठ क्यों बोलता है तू?
Welcome to B4U, Star Stop में. This is going to be a lovely interaction early in the morning. And see, it's a very foregone conclusion, but we like this zone. I'm going to ask you this, but Huma, how are you feeling? एक तो सुबह आप shoots पर जाते हो, but I feel you miss traffic. I'll tell you the positives also, because when I go to radio,
it's only positive.
Only positives. But you have to sleep early also in that other zone.
That's not a negative.
No, I know. I'm asking her, but did you get used to this? You know, when you sign up with the film Akshay Kumar sir के साथ, wow, it's going to be fantastic.
Contract में लिखा होता है early mornings. नहीं ऐसा मजाक
नहीं, but otherwise.
But I think it's very good because actually by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock we'll be done with promotions. We'll be done with the day. You'll avoid traffic. You'll look better. You'll feel fresher.
And फिल्म जल्दी खत्म हो जाती है.
फिल्म भी जल्दी खत्म हो जाती है.
जो माल लिया होता है फिल्म का वो भी
बट एक बात बताओ, क्या ये सिर्फ उस फिल्म के दौरान जो आप अक्षय कुमार सर के साथ कर रहे होते हैं
सिर्फ इनके साथ होता है? I think he's the only hero who actually lives health and positivity and early mornings, and I think बाकी everybody starts the day by 11.
No, are you going to make sure that you do it early forever or no?
I really want to. मतलब I think it'll be amazing. अब promotion सुबह थोड़ा avoid कर सकते हैं, but I think shooting early morning is amazing because I think you feel fresher. काम जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है, and then you can go home, आप workout करो, family के साथ time spend करो, सारी चीजें हो जाती हैं in like one day.
So for all those people that are always asking questions, because I had said tomorrow morning we are going to be meeting and chatting with Akshay sir, they said yes, see these are the positives about it, which we all feel also. और एक बार ये चालू हो जाता है, then it's a never-ending process.
But you तो said you didn't sleep the whole night, ना? आपने कहा मैं रात भर सोया नहीं, मैं कब कौन सोएगा सुबह जल्दी उठना?
नहीं वो तो अक्षय सर के घर का I was jogging on Juhu Beach and I kept jogging because I have to look fit also. But Akshay sir, coming to fit into this role, you know, obviously. A lot of people loved the first part a lot, you know, and it did very well also. It won the national award. Was there any pressure? I know you never feel any pressure. With a brilliant last year, 2016, first of all, congratulations on that, sir. Itne sare films making so much money. Was there any pressure with you coming onto this role? Not because you're not replacing, but you were coming into a role or into a film जो already लोग काफी उसके सराहना कर चुके थे. थोड़ा सा pressure था आपके ऊपर at all?
नहीं, मैं तो बल्कि बहुत खुश था कि एक इतना अच्छा रोल मिला है, इतना अच्छा कैरेक्टर मिला है. आई थिंक हैट्स ऑफ टू अरशद टू मेक अ रोल लाइक दिस एंड आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू हिम एंड बहुत एंड आई मेट अ ग्रेट डायरेक्टर सुभाष कपूर. आई रियलाइज्ड इट व्हाइल आई वाज वर्किंग विद हिम, व्हाइल आई वाज शूटिंग विद हिम. And so there's not been any kind of pressure in this film.
Have you felt a kind of pressure with such a brilliant year 2016? सलमान खान ने पब्लिक स्टेज पर आके बोला कि अगर किसी की ग्रोथ हुई है as an actor, as a star, it's been you. You look at box office numbers of the top 5 films or 7 films, always you're out there. Nowadays, all your films are doing very well. All the films are being critiqued very well. लोगों को लगता है कि अक्षय सर की जो पिक्चर देखने जाते हैं हम, you're getting great content out of it also. सिर्फ ये नहीं कि सिर्फ पैसा कमा रही पिक्चर है. तो this must be great vindication. लास्ट 3-4 सालों से ये जो चल रहा है, now वो रंग लाई है, वो फल आ चुके हैं. So how you feel now about all that?
Well, I'm actually just doing what I used to do earlier also, and I because I'm doing the kind of film which I like, which I would like to portray and bring it in front of audience and tell them, show them. So this I felt was very, it was something new. It was about judiciary and what happens. Like there are 3.5 crore cases still pending.
Pending. Yes.
And only 21,000 judges are there. And each judge, if I do the maths of it, each judge has somewhere around 16 to 18 lakh cases.
जो कभी actually खत्म नहीं हो पाएंगे.
So there has to be done. Something has to be done. So that is one aspect. Baki, the cases are there, what kind of cases there is in this film. There are a lot of things which have been taken from true incidents also, and it's been done.
When you come on board, you know, doing a film with Akshay Kumar, you know, like I said, we've been talking about it, yeah, ki content has been so fantastic as far as all the films that he's been picking up. He could have chosen to not pick up those kind of films, but the last 3-4 years, जो कंटेंट उठाया है. You're somebody also, you know, you're beautiful, you're a great actress, but I always say this, I never see enough of you on the big screen.
He's looking at me really.
हाँ बिल्कुल सर. And I said this, Huma Qureshi ज़्यादा क्यों नहीं दिखती है मुझे? I feel it's a loss for Indian cinema.
I
Hollywood चले गई.
नहीं.
But you did a series
So
there, right?
she went there.
No, I think
जरा सी कामयाबी मिलते चले जाते.
नहीं मैं कहीं नहीं जाऊंगी हिंदुस्तान छोड़ के. I be Indian, work in India. No, but I don't know. I think it's just one of those things कि I just like doing what I like doing. Yeah, there's no.
She loves
Thought.
dollar.
But एक बात बताओ, खबर ऐसी आई है कि तुम ना बहुत बोलती हो.
Really? नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
नहीं?
मतलब maybe I don't know. I just feel I want to work with people I like working with. I like being happy. I don't want to go on a set and be cribby and sad and not like whatever. I mean, which is why working on Jolly was so much fun.
Yeah.
Because पता ही नहीं चला हमने मतलब 30-35 दिन में कब हंसते खेलते ना पिक्चर खत्म भी हो गई. And it's a great film and you know.
She has a very good role. And the character what she's played is very. She's the man of the house in the film. Yeah.
ऐसे ऐसे दिखता भी, अगर जरूरत पड़े तो कभी 2-4 थप्पड़ लगा देंगे.
Exactly. You are right.
Brilliant casting.
There is a scene like that.
अच्छा.
There is a scene where she hits men, not man. Men.
Are you a dominating person in real life?
No, actually I'm not. No, I'm very sharif and I'm very docile.
अक्षय कुमार के साथ सेट पर पहुंच के सब हंस रहे होते हैं. मैं कुछ वीडियोस भी देख रहा था और सर को इतने सालों से जानता हूँ. Everyone's always laughing. Even sometimes you see this calm exterior of sir is only during these 30 minutes of the interview. Otherwise, it's not like that. So you land up on a set. Were you fully prepared? You know, you've heard about Akshay Kumar and you've seen him. But when you work with him, it's a slightly different proposition.
सबसे पहले तो you have to be careful of your belongings because he will steal your phone and he will message everybody from your phone things like I hate you, get lost, or to some guy saying I love you. So I have to call up everything saying मैंने नहीं भेजा था. मतलब it was like a prank.
नहीं,
So a
but-
lot of
Sir, but ये phone मामला तो बड़ा personal मामला होता है sir. To jump it, अगर by mistake कुछ गलती रह गई और उसके बाद कोई newspaper article ने उठा लिया और उसके बाद गुलछड़े उड़ गए तो
नहीं मैं नहीं समझा.
नहीं, ये फोन मामला जो आप उठाते हो जैसे आई लव यू किसी को भेज दिया.
तो इसको पूछो कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई है?
नहीं बट हो भी सकता.
तो मैं इंसान देख के ग्राहक देख के पूरी खोल रहा हूँ.
जब हुमा आई थी सेट पर, you know, like I said, there's so much more that I wanted to see of Huma Qureshi also.
जब ये सेट पे आई थी सबको पता चल गया था.
But her zone when she got selected in the role also and all, was there a lot of discussion also? Were you involved in that discussion with Subhash also?
No. Subhash is he knows the best part about part one also was his characterization. He knows the character so well because he himself writes the film.
Yes,
So
yes.
every character is there in his head. So he knew it. He wanted someone who can be the man of the house, who will be wearing the pants. I am making a drink for her.
अच्छा.
I'm coming from work and I'm cooking for her. And she will tell me, आज खाना स्वाद बनाया.
अच्छा.
And so it's like that. The whole character is like that. And she tells me, कि you have to fight the case. You have to do this. And I listen to her. And I am in awe of her. That I love her. And but not that she only rests. She takes care of the child also. She takes care of me also. Everything. But it's just that that's the character we wanted. And she's a perfect fit for this.
Script level, I think what I loved so much about part one also, it was the script is fantastic. You know, it looked very real. It just looked very complete as a film.
Things are real. When you take it from a real incident, you will all automatically realize it. And when you have Subhash Kapoor writing it, he's very good.
Were you surprised at the ease at which the film finished quickly? You know, you've been involved in some very long productions also.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So the style of functioning, although you've not spent or done that many films, you've spent a few years now in the industry. Were you surprised at the ease at which this
Do you
film
know
was
then
finishing?
when we I'll just butt in. When I was signing this film. This film was supposed to start in January.
Of 2017?
Yes.
Acha.
It was supposed to start in January 2017. That was the idea that I signed the film. But एक film cancel हो गई थी.
तो dates जगल हो गई.
तो वो I just shifted the whole thing, and then the whole thing happened. And today it's releasing in January, February.
Wow. Were you shocked? Did Did you have date troubles? When
No,
this-
she was not there.
Achha,
that
I
time.
was not there. I think I came in much later. But I think it's like you said, like, you know, if it's a good script and if you're efficient about it, I think in terms of, we never wasted like a moment on set. Subhash sir was so good with planning of everything. And of course, he's so like efficient in terms of his timing and always being punctual. So I think it was a great precedent for the entire cast and crew. Like we never wasted.
He's ruined you for all other films. Now.
I think so.
Completely.
I don't think I can work with anybody else. So you better work with me only.
It's interesting. पहली बार हम लोग जनवरी में बात कर रहे हैं. And I know that 3-4 बार तो मैं साल में मिलता हूँ आपसे. But it's the first time that we started the year with you. So yeah, I'm so happy to see you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year.
Every year.
नहीं जनवरी में नहीं मिलते सर. मुझे लगता है कि फरवरी मार्च
जनवरी 26 में कितनी फिल्में आती हैं?
Airlift also last year.
आती हैं.
बट हम लोग वो दिसंबर में मिल लेते हैं क्योंकि आपके साथ बहुत पहले शूटिंग कर लेते हैं. ये पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि जिस साल में हम हो रहा है उसी में. And Huma, once again, thanks so much for joining me. Subhash Kapoor, very involved director on the set also. He's not one of those directors, at least from what I've seen behind the scenes and all, जो पीछे बैठ के with just one mic and in the camera in front of him. Was that also a change for you?
No, I think all the directors I've worked with have been very involved and been very passionate about what they do, which is, I think, why we've all worked together, whether it's been Anurag or Sriram Raghavan or you know, even someone like Kannan Iyer or Sameer Sharma. They've been very, very into the film. With Subhash sir, I'm glad it was like that as well because, you know, ek to he writes and he writes beautifully. And he's also so passionate about the judicial system and it's something, it's almost like उनकी hobby है. कि मतलब मैं उनसे बात करती बोलते हैं जब मेरे पास कुछ नहीं होता मैं कोर्ट चला जाता हूँ वहाँ बैठ के कुछ ना कुछ कोई ना कोई मिल जाएगा या कुछ किस्सा पता चल जाएगा so you never know that
he was a journalist.
he was
If you go to outside the court anywhere, वो सारे जो सामने आ जाते हैं वो सब आपको वैसे ही सारे केसेस भी बता देते हैं.
करेक्ट एंड उनका बड़ा अच्छा सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर भी है मतलब कुछ वो कोई बहुत सीरियस सी बात बहुत फनी तरीके से बोल देंगे और कोई बहुत फनी बात में कुछ डेप्थ डाल देंगे सडनली एंड आई थिंक दैट्स अमेजिंग बिकॉज अ फिल्म आई फील शुड नॉट बी प्रीची कि आप अरे यार बहुत हेवी बात कर रहे हैं कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा मतलब वो हंसते खेलते एक through humor how you will give a message also which will be good for people which will actually bring about a change. You know, we can keep sitting and talking saying ye hona chahiye wo hona chahiye but how does it
actually the first part did it opened the eyes of a lot of people
it did
because हमारे हम तो दामिनी के टाइम से सिर्फ देख रहे हैं कोर्ट वो कोर्ट केसेस और ये कोर्ट केसेस में बहुत फर्क था but when you look back and see the change in the kind of realistic cinema that you're doing what's the best kind of compliments that you receive from your fans and from your people around you because most of the cinema that you're doing now is very like we know what's happening, you know, it doesn't seem unbelievable anymore. As a change for you also, you know, you also changed your style of cinema also over the years. What's the kind of comments that you receive from all your friends and family, from Twinkle, who now loves all the, she of course puts her views out every time she goes and sees a film that she likes. I've noticed that also.
So,
Producer भी बन गई हैं अब तो वो.
हाँ जी, producer भी बन गई हैं and so you're asking me what
Yeah, what the kind of comments, you know, that you receive. थोड़ी सर आपकी लाली भी करना चाहते हैं, you know, you don't like to say it yourself, but everybody starts to saying, यार ऐसे टाइप की फिल्में करनी चाहिए. I'll tell you about normal people who don't like to watch Bollywood cinema anymore. They say लेकिन अक्षय की फिल्मों में हमें मजा आ जाता है, उसमें उस कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, कुछ स्टोरी होती है.
yeah
बस यही कह देते हैं जो तू कह रहा है.
he doesn't like so many compliments
I
think
know.
he's just like, yeah.
अच्छा सुनो, अभी आप सर अपनी वाइफ की पिक्चर में काम करने वाले हो. As a producer, this film was almost like that, where she was the boss. How are you going to do that equation?
But he's been promoting women all the time, na? He's saying, "तुम जाके लड़ो, मैं action नहीं करूँगा, तुम मारो." He's always sort
That's
of,
true.
you know, and even with the whole Bangalore molestation thing, like I thought
That
it
video was
such a
fantastic.
beautiful-
I have to say if it gathered momentum, it was because of you coming out and speaking about it. But coming back to your wife also, when you will be working with her, have you ever thought about conflict of interest when you're working there and your wife will be calling the shots? Will she ever call the shots?
Producer, she's not a director.
Achha.
This is a director who takes the shot.
So
she's a producer.
you will have to sit behind the lines.
She has to, yeah. If she wants to say, उनको बोला जाएगा आप producer हैं.
अच्छा.
आप बैठ जाइए.
अच्छा.
Then she'll remember, yes, I'm a producer.
But I've always realized is couples that are very close
The
don't.
concept is yours, yeah.
Yeah,
But after the concept is given, the whole thing has been made now. Now it's been finalized, everything. Now it's
so
just,
now उनका
it's just
योगदान
shoot.
at once the film is done ही होगा.
Yeah, it is just shoot.
Couples that are very close together that have this great chemistry also choose sometimes not to work together because there could be discussions at home that could be work wise. आपके साथ कभी ऐसा होता है?
इसलिए मैंने बोला ना, it is just limited.
अच्छा.
It's all limited and it's been done. This is my role. This is her role. And that's done.
वो interference कभी नहीं करेंगे.
Interference कुछ है ही नहीं.
अच्छा.
ट्रैक अलग-अलग चल रहे हैं, साथ में चल रहे हैं लेकिन अलग-अलग चल रहे हैं.
Parallel tracks is what Akshay Kumar sir has said. But Huma, don't you love how Twinkle is, you know, and how forthright she is sometimes, you know, whenever I've spoken to Akshay sir, I said, how do you handle that great sense of humor and that very dark sense of humor sometimes in Bollywood can get really troublesome?
I love it. I love strong women any which way, and I think she's so, again, she's so like direct, and
Yeah,
she's so
really.
much fun, and I love reading her columns. You know, I think they're great. I really look forward to reading her writing, and in fact, I was telling him also that the episode with is one of my favorite episodes.
I sometimes get scared. Do you ever get scared with your wife, sir?
No, I'm 24 hours scared. Sometimes there's nothing like sometimes. You have to be, because you never know. Anything can come. Anything can be thrown at you.
Right.
Anything can be said to you. Anything can happen.
So basically, live TV is a no-no for both of you together.
No, very, very. You
be
cannot
great
do
fun.
you cannot do a kind of Kardashian with something like that. You cannot do.
But it's very refreshing, and it's also what I've seen in the world of Bollywood in the last 2-3 years. They've been, you know, earlier there used to be an elephant in the room and nobody wanted to discuss it. We would just talk about, "Arey, kaise chal rahi film aapki? Bahut achhi chal rahi film." But now I think there's a lot of back and forth that happens because it's real. There's social media and it changes a lot. Social media is something that he uses very effectively. You know, social media is something that he's used to clarify also. Even with this film, there were lots of how should I say this? There was a little bit of, you know, bad blood in the beginning, you know, and then that sort of seemed to be cleared out, and it's a very effective tool that people use nowadays. Do you enjoy it, or do you think it's too invasive?
No, I think social media is here to stay, and it's a step forward in terms of how we are going to interact as people. A lot of people say कि अरे, you know, personal interaction खत्म हो जाता है, whatever, but you don't have to do it 24/7, you know. But there is a definitive need for it. Today, I think you can't be an actor or anybody for that matter. Like my parents are on social media. You know, and till a few years back, they didn't know Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
So do they comment on what you comment about?
Yeah, I don't. They do. They comment on what I do all the time, any which way. So now this is another added this thing.
So when you signed the film with Akshay, do they have any aspiration that you should act with this star or ऐसी type की picture होनी
No,
चाहिए?
yeah, my parents are very simple. They don't know half the people.
सलीम साहब ने क्या कहा?
सलीम साहब को तो पता ही नहीं है कि मतलब आधे actors कौन है. No, my father last time he must have.
This is your dad's name, no?
Sanjay.
And he doesn't know. He obviously knows Akshay Kumar.
No, of course he knows Akshay Kumar, of course. But my father, I think the last film he saw must have been Mughal-e-Azam. Matlab, he really has no idea about films. My mother is more this thing.
So
She has one
and
of the
she
very good
loves
restaurants.
Yes, I know her father's restaurant. So एक story बता दो सर, जब ये मुंबई आई थी, तो मेरी इनसे मुलाकात हुई थी और ये घर खरीदने की सोच रही थी. और जो घर बेचने आया था, वो मैं था अपना घर, इनको.
अच्छा.
हाँ. तो मैंने कहा अरे वाह, आप नई आई हैं, आप तो घर खरीद रहे हो, वाह, very good. She said no, but I'm looking for this. और मेरा duplex था. So I said, oh my God. I said, this is fantastic. तो कई साल बाद जब इनसे मिला, so I already knew that her father was doing the restaurant business very well. I said, she really knows her bit. And she said, अच्छा है, but I don't like it too much. I said, मैं तो घर बेचने आया था, बिका ही नहीं. You know, you have a film like this coming out, the expectation will be there. लोग की शायद comparisons भी करेंगे, जो शायद आपके साथ पहले ऐसा हुआ नहीं है. You know, you'll be compared to your own films only or other parts of your other films. There will be a comparison. It does. I know that you don't sometimes read all the comments or, you know, articles or something that people say, but would that ever bother you if people compare it?
That's okay. I mean, that goes without saying. There will be people who will be saying something or the other. That's all right.
Did you watch the first one also?
Yes, very much. I went for the premiere of the film.
So it must have
वैसे
been.
मैं जाता नहीं हूँ प्रीमियरों में ज़्यादा, लेकिन इस फिल्म के मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है, मैं प्रीमियर पे भी गया था.
Do you know that, you know, do you believe in these kind of comparisons that could happen, you know?
No.
Because this would be direct. They'll think that it's good.
really,
It's not. By the way, it's not a carry forward. That was an independent film.
Yeah.
This is a completely independent film.
They're two completely different films, two completely different stories, and two completely different Jollies also. So, and I think the way he has played Jolly is very different from the way Arshad has played.
Of
And
course.
I don't think the audience will also compare, because with the first look of the film or whatever, I think that mindset has already been put in place. I think you know, Arshad's also a very good friend, and I worked with him as well. But like I said, they're two completely different films, and this Jolly is like you rightly said, is a different case. So it's not like a carry forward. कहानी भी अलग है, दो अलग Jolly भी हैं, तो I don't think कोई comparison होगा.
जो होना था वो 3 महीने पहले हो गया. जब पहला ट्रेलर आ गया था, I think it sort of worked out.
Yeah.
Are you a good cook?
I am a okay cook.
You come from a
I
family.
prefer eating.
You come from a family of restaurateurs, and are you a healthy eater?
I think now I've become a healthy eater. While
Because of
growing
this
up,
film?
Because of this film also.
Acha.
But no, I think my family is a big food family. We believe in hospitality and cooking and feeding people, so that's what we do. But I can't cook as well because my father cooks really well, my mother cooks extremely well. So कभी मौका इतना मिला नहीं. So हमें किचन से भगा दिया जाता है, तुम जाओ तुम पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करो कुछ.
अक्षय सर, आप कुकिंग करते हैं?
करता हूँ.
Are you a good cook?
Yeah.
Or do you cook like dawats and all for people? Because no, just simple. And in your entire your cooking experience, have you ever had some kind of situations where you managed to please some audiences apart from your wife?
No, just my family sometimes. That's it. And that also maybe just like Sundays को कभी कर लिया बस ठीक है. And that also if I'm in a mood.
But वैसे तो did you have the entire health zone on this set also? When we were speaking during Brothers at that time, you used to have this amazing kind of food that used to come every day.
That still now also there's.
He eats healthy, but he makes sure that he makes you eat some meeta or something.
I also eat meat.
But
हाँ,
you
वैसे
will
ही
burn
करते
it
हैं, ये
down.
परहेज नहीं करते किसी चीज का.
हाँ?
ये परहेज नहीं करते किसी चीज का.
आप परहेज नहीं करते, but इनके लिए वर्क करता है, बाकी लोगों के लिए वर्क नहीं करता है.
नहीं वर्क मतलब क्या करता है? मैं वर्कआउट भी करना पड़ता है मुझे. वर्क क्या करता है? क्या खा के
you
मैं
forced her to eat sweets and all. But वैसे ठीक है सर, अच्छा है. मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि कई बार one should do what is in their natural zone. तो अगर इनको भी खाने का मन कर रहा था, and if you just forced it.
नहीं फोर्स क्या मतलब? मुझे फोर्स कहाँ? एक बार बोलना पड़ता था.
Ice-cream story.
Please.
One day he ate 5 ice creams on set.
No, he had 5 ice creams on set.
We were shooting a song cut and we were just supposed to stand and walk around the nadi or whatever. And he said, Subhash, इसमें कुछ करना चाहिए, कुछ आइसक्रीम खाते हैं.
एक्चुअली मेरा मन कर रहा था आइसक्रीम खाने का, तो मैंने अब मैं कैसे मंगाऊँ आइसक्रीम? अगर मैं मंगाऊंगा तो टाइम लगेगा, लेकिन अगर शॉट के लिए बोलूँगा
तो 2 मिनट में
तो 2 मिनट में आएगा, क्योंकि चाहिए शॉट के लिए.
अच्छा.
तो मैंने बोला सुभाष एक काम करते हैं, यहाँ हम नदी किनारे बैठे हैं तो कुछ करना चाहिए, तो आइसक्रीम खा रहे हैं दोनों.
अच्छा
सुभाष जी को लगा यार बड़ा कमाल सोचा है. तो उन्होंने बोला कि एक काम करो बेटा, फटाफट स्पॉट को बोलो फटाफट आइसक्रीम लेके आए, कहीं से भी जल्दी से ढूंढ के लाए, जल्दी आओ. और भागा जैसे मर जाऊंगा अगर आज नहीं लाया मैं. वो उसको देख रहा हूँ, वहाँ ऊपर ब्रिज है, ब्रिज के ऊपर देख रहा हूँ, भाग रहा हूँ. 6-7 आइसक्रीम अलग अलग किस्म की, चोकोबार, कभी ये वो अलग अलग
वनीला, बटरस्कॉच, एवरीथिंग इज कम.
तो आपने सारी खा ली फिर?
मैंने सारी
अच्छा तब तक शॉट हो गया. लाइट जाएगी, शॉट भी हो गया.
वो जब आ रहा था उसको देख लिया, अरे चल छोड़ यार आइसक्रीम रहने देते हैं, बिना आइसक्रीम ले लेते. और तब तो फिर शॉट ले लिया, आइसक्रीम आई, खाया पिया, घर चले गए.
So the moral of the story is अक्षय सर को कभी फेस वैल्यू पर नहीं लेने का. There's always a hidden meaning to it, which is always beneficial to him. It's like contracts these days, they're always one-sided contracts.
No, I gave it to her. That's beside the point. In front of the audience, in front of the media, sorry, in front of the whole unit, she was saying, नहीं मैं नहीं खाऊंगी, मुझे फिगर मेंटेन रखना है, मत खा.
बहुत शुक्रिया हमें ज्वाइन करने के लिए सर. I look forward to a film that I really enjoyed the first time around also, and I enjoy all his cinema. As you've noticed, it has become a year every time where he starts to set the bar, and then the bar, once it gets raised, others have to sort of match up to it. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, B4U Entertainment, our YouTube channel, you can subscribe to that. ये अगर मिस कर लिया direct live telecast, you can always watch it on YouTube. Bye bye.